Hey y'all, welcome back to Reality Check. Welcome back, welcome back. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. And I feel like that's a common thing. So let me be real transparent with y'all for a second, okay? So I have a problem with consistency when life happens, right? So when it comes to like all of the creative things that I like to do, like making YouTube videos, podcasting, even just coming up with new ideas, and I have so many ideas but have yet to execute them. So I got a problem with that. So one of the things I'm working on is that not being the case because this I love making YouTube videos. I love podcasting. I love the media. I love social media. I love pop culture. I love all of it. So it's like you stop doing the things you love when life gets tough, right? So I'm working on not letting life or the busyness of life or anxiety or frustration stop me from being creative, right? Because I need this outlet. It's a creative outlet for a reason. You need the outlet. So that's what I'm working on. But um so I came back to say that. Also came back because I wanted to get into this Tyler Perry stuff, like the people who are disappointed in him for the type of movies and shows that he likes to make. I just want to talk about that for a little bit because I feel like it's been a hot topic. So we gotta check in with the people online, see what they saying. Um, yeah. So first, I want to talk about the BET Awards, though. Can we go back? Let's backtrack for a second. So, the BET Awards came on tonight. It's Tuesday night, so it came on Monday night. Just wanted to recap that for a second. I thoroughly, thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed this year's BET Awards. Now, I did fall asleep on it because it was 4 hours. So I was like, all right, BET, I got to go to bed. But I enjoyed it. Like it seemed well put together. Everybody was dressed nice and classy. Like the past couple years I have been looking at it like this is not, how can I say it without the people going to jump down my throat. So just some of the things that I saw didn't to me represent black excellence and not to like a white standard or anything else. I just feel like time and place for everything. Time and place. Time and place. But that's just me. The people gonna say I'm judgmental for that, but that's okay. So I really love the 106 in Park segment that they did, especially bringing back the old hosts and everything like that. The song choices were fire. If you didn't know, I love 2000s R&B, hip hop. That's my favorite like music to listen to, obviously because I grew up in that era. I was born in 95. So when I was really like listening to music was in the 2000s. So it was a lot of the throwback songs, stuff I used to rush home to see on the TV. So it really just gave me that like nostalgia. Like I was like, this is like my childhood all over again. Um, I loved uh Maya's performance. I feel like she killed it. The dance break and everything, I feel like she killed it. So I really, really did enjoy the BET Awards. That segment especially. Also love the Jamie Foxx tribute. If you haven't seen my review of his Netflix special, you can always go back and watch that. But I enjoyed it. It was very emotional. I'm like in there crying. Try not to let my husband see that I'm crying, but I was crying. Because it was just very touching for I feel like it was like the greats were doing a tribute to him. I mean, normally, and not to say like anybody's less than or whatever, but usually when you're giving a tribute to somebody, especially on BET, they get like lesser known artists to do the tribute. Not lesser known, but just not as big, right? They had Babyface, Stevie Wonder, was it Dougie Fresh on there? Like big household names. And I'm like, this is amazing that these are the people that's doing this tribute. Like it was amazing. Jennifer Hudson came out and sang us down like she always does. People don't like Jennifer Hudson's voice. They say she sounds too churchy. I'm a churchy person. Grew up in church, been in church my whole life. I loved it. I like when she's screaming at me. I like people to scream at me in songs, if you didn't know. What else was a highlight? I loved Kirk Franklin's performance. So I actually fell asleep before I got to watch it live, but I did see like the clips and stuff circulating on social media. So I loved his performance. I don't know, just overall, I wasn't expecting Glorilla to win gospel album. I mean gospel song or whatever. Now that threw me off. But it was a good song. So I ain't mad at her. But that was crazy. Especially after the couple of years she's had, it's like you would think that she would win something for rapping, but for her actual rap music, the type of music that she actually does versus her one gospel song. But hey, I'm not mad at it. But I thoroughly, I keep saying it, um, enjoyed the awards. I think it was like one of the best award shows in a minute. And I think whoever was on the planning committee, get them some more money. Get them people some more money. But anyway, so I wanted to get, hold on. I wanted to get into the Tyler Perry stuff, y'all. People are tearing him up online. So the theme that I've been getting every time he drops something, right? The theme that I get is online is that he glorifies black women's trauma and he only wants to show us in a negative light and that we can never be like the prize in the movies. We always got to struggle, yada 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 yada, right? So I get it. Like if I had that mindset, I get it. But I don't have that mindset. So it, I just view it very differently. So Funky Dineva, I follow Funky Dineva on YouTube. But he also has like TikTok videos too. So he said a lot of things that I actually agree with. So I kind of want to look at his video and then give some comments on there on what he says. Let me see. That's how I like it, baby. That's how you like it, huh? All right, so this is part one of his review of The Straw. Disclaimer, okay? I actually did not watch the film, right? I watched clips, I watched think pieces on it. I looked at reviews of the movie, but I actually did not watch it. I didn't watch it this time. I'm not one of them people that's like, "Ooh, it's only negative. That's all he do." Like, I'm not bashing him, but I know where I was on. I think I was about to watch it on like Saturday or something. I don't know. I wasn't mentally in a space where I wanted to consume something that was sad. Like, I wanted to watch something that was funny or uplifting or lighthearted or something. So I had cut it on, and like after 30 seconds, I saw Taraji sweating. I said, yeah, I don't think I want to watch this today. Not today. So I haven't actually watched the full movie. So I'm not really giving a review of the movie. I just want to dig into what the people are saying online. So let's look at Funky Dineva.
Y'all have to make room for people to have a negative critique of Tyler Perry's work without it becoming black folks always tearing black people down, black crabs in the barrel. Y'all kill me with that shit, okay? Siskel and Ebert made a whole career out of reviewing movies objectively, and it was what it was. Now, this movie, I don't want y'all to think because I led with this at the top of this video that it's going to be a negative review because it's not, all right? But y'all.
So to that point, right? He's right. Like I'm not one of the people that's like, oh, don't ever say nothing wrong about what Tyler Perry doing or his work or whatever. I'm not saying that the work can't be critiqued, right? We can all have a critique like, oh, we felt it was rushed or they didn't really develop the characters all the way. I'm not really understanding the plot. Stuff like that. Okay, cool. You know, I get it. The wigs. Okay, cool. But I'm talking about the people that's like bashing him, like coming for his character, the type of person he is. Y'all don't even know this man for real. So how can you even only thing we've seen from him honestly is like good things. So it's like you're bashing him and for what? Not saying he's perfect, but you're bashing him based off of what? I believe that art is subjective. Art is subjective. So whatever the artist wants to put out, the creator, creative, however you want to put it, whatever they want to put out, they're at liberty to express themselves through that art. So I feel like when we judge someone's character based on the art that they put out, it doesn't it doesn't make sense because they're creating art based on whatever mindset they're in, whatever they're going through. If they're trying to tell the story of themselves or their family member or their friend or whatever, we really don't know. So like that be bothering me. But anyway, let's listen.
Y'all have to make room for people to be able to say, oh, this was jacked up. Oh, I didn't like this, without it becoming black folks tearing people down. Since when did we get to a place where we're not allowed to give each other criticism, good, bad, or
I agree.
indifferent? Watched a single black mama struggle movie over the weekend. Straw. I did. And I'm here to tell y'all I've got a whole lot of robust conversation that I want to have around this movie, right? And I started with that opening in this segment, single struggling black woman movie, because this movie was very niche and that's who it was talking to. This movie was talking to a very Pacific person. It was talking to a very Pacific experience in America. And it was speaking to that poor, single, black mother that doesn't have a village and that is always stressed out. Now, a lot of people related to this movie, right? And all the people that are saying, oh, it's so good, and oh, I cried. I'm of the school of thought that's because people can relate to the movie. I'm a black gay man, but I'm going to tell you something. I related to the movie deeply through the eyes of my mother. And so I think that's where the it's good, I was crying, oh, excellent movie came from. There were a group of people whose experience had been brought to life on television. There was a group of people who sometimes go overlooked, who now feel seen. And for that, Tyler Perry, we have to say thank you. And for that, I have to say, beautiful single, black moms who may be struggling from time to time, doesn't it feel good to feel seen? Doesn't it feel good to be able to commune with other people under the umbrella of what it is you're going through and a shared experience? I'm sure a lot of black single moms or black moms, period, or black women, period, walked away from this film crying and feeling the way I felt on the first episode of Pose. I've told y'all this story before. At the very end, when Damon started dancing to Whitney Houston after his dad kicked him out and he made it into school in New York, screen. And that's why I can relate to this feeling that I say, anytime art can make somebody feel, anytime it can move somebody to chorus, it's done its job.
Mhm.
All
That's
right.
true.
But what I do think that's a little unfair is that I think some people in the viewing audience get so caught up in the orgasm of what they felt and the orgasm of what they experienced that the minute you have any type of pushback that's incongruent with how they feel or what they're feeling, then it becomes this big hate thing. Like, oh, you're hating on Tyler Perry. Y'all always, black people always. Y'all have.
Now that is true. Like I have seen some people like overreact to the somebody criticizing Tyler Perry. I'm like, okay, they doing too much. Um, yeah. Let's see what else he said.
Congruent with how they feel or what they're feeling, then it becomes this big hate thing. Like, oh, you're hating on Tyler Perry. Y'all always, black people always. And it's not that, guys. Like, I was sitting down watching the movie over the weekend with friends. I can't help the fact that I'm watching the movie simultaneously playing in my phone. And then I just realized certain things. The first thing that I realized, and before I get into what I realized, here is what I think Mr. Perry should. Oftentimes, Tyler Perry and his team and the actors that participate with him, they wear it as a badge of honor. Oh, we filmed a movie in 4 days. Oh, we filmed a movie in a week. Oh,
Now that so I think Taraji was doing maybe a Breakfast Club interview and she had said that and I'm like 4 days to do this whole movie, like that's unheard of. For like these big movies, it's unheard of to do it in 4 days. And I think sometimes it does show, like if I'm being honest, it'll show that it was you can kind of tell when something is done very quickly and not really like planned out over a long period of time. But I'm still not bashing Tyler Perry. I mean, that's what he chooses to do. If he want to put it out fast, then he just want to put it out fast. You watch it or you don't watch it. But anyway,
Oh, we filmed the whole thing in a week. Like they wear that as a badge of honor, and to a varying degree, it could be right. Tyler Perry has amassed his billions at this point, um, by really shrinking his partly by shrinking his productions. Therefore, you're cutting down on a whole lot of production costs. You're making millions of dollars after only spending this much. But sometimes it's evident. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And then when you get on radio interviews, like I knew this was made in 4 days because of Taraji's Breakfast Club interview. She's like, yeah, he doubled my money. He doubled my money. And my quote, just for 4 days worth of work. And it's like, well, yeah, because y'all didn't have to spend 3 months worth of budget money. So yeah, the money was there to do so. No shade, and I'm glad it happened for her. But just small things that I was getting attacked for. And that I noticed. The first thing that I noticed when I was watching the movie, and it got on my nerve, I'm not going to lie to you. The school called. Colonel Taylor was just talking to her so nasty. He was talking to her so nasty. Can't beat the rest of us up that are not familiar with that and that are just asking questions. All right. Colonel Taylor talking to Taraji the way he was talking to her and cussing her out and being that mean. I want to pause because a lot of people was like, "Funky Dineva, you just don't know. In life, really do happen like that,
Okay.
right?" Because even
So he basically just gets down into like breaking down the movie, and then one another thing that I had told my husband is like when you have a niche, it's called a niche. When you have a niche, you're gonna keep making stuff that looks the same or that may have the same type of theme. And so I think that's kind of where Tyler Perry is, right? So like, and to me it's like, think about horror films. There's companies that only make horror films and we don't critique them like, oh, y'all always just negative. Everything is about killing. Everything is about, that's their niche. That's their lane. That's what they choose to represent and to express. That's what they choose to do in various ways. Let me say that. I'm trying to get my words together. But yeah, like so they don't critique that. And it's like for like Lifetime, they make the same type of cheesy movies, Hallmark cheesy Christmas movies. I love cheesy Christmas movie season. But they make the same type of stuff and we don't critique it. We just don't watch it. So I don't understand, not that we don't critique it, we don't condemn it or like bash it or anything like that because we just don't watch it. So I don't understand why Tyler Perry is being held up here and everybody else in every other space can make what they want. But when he does it, it's like, oh, you're this, oh, you're that, you're not a good person, all these things that I've been seeing online. So I want to look at some other TikTok users because I saw some other commentary online. Let's see. Let's see.
Tyler Perry, I am begging you, sir, please, please hear me, please. Sir, right now you have a whole lot of control over how black women view ourselves, okay? And over then how the rest of the world views us. You, sir, are writing the narrative of black women for the mass media, overwhelmingly so. We need you to help us out. Mr. Tyler Perry, sir, I respect you. You see this tattoo? Climb and maintain those inspired by you. I respect your story. I respect your hustle. I respect the faith that you have in yourself. Sir, please hear me. Please. As a black woman, I am coming to you and telling you we need something different. We need you to depict us in a different kind of way. You got Megan Good, sir. With all due respect, Megan Good. She is a lot of our original queen. My original queen, Megan Good. From Cousin Skeeter, okay? From Crooked Front Teeth, Megan Good. Flat-chested, bony, Megan Good. We have been able to see her grow into the woman who she is, the goddess that she is. So many of us look up to her. So many of us are inspired by her. And we would love to see her play characters that inspire us. She's been through love and heartbreak and divorce and highs and lows, and she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's successful. She's fulfilled. Is there no character that she could play that could inspire us, that make us feel all tingly on the inside? Mr. Perry, sir, why does every black woman character that you write, that I see, maybe not all of them, correct me if I'm wrong, but why do they always got something wrong? Do you understand how much of our self image you control? And there's something in there, Mr. Perry, sir. There's something in there that you need to heal.
So I don't know, man. I get it. What I understand is that people want to see other things from him. I get it because I kind of do too, but we're in control of what we consume, y'all. It's not nobody's responsibility to entertain us the way we want to be entertained. We have to find what we like. And I get it cuz I feel like the black community feels like, we've invested so much into Tyler Perry. We've been his biggest support system. So, I mean, I get it. And I'm sure he does listen to some things that the public says, but ultimately when it all boils down, he can make whatever he wants to make based on how he's feeling and what he's going through. That's what art is.
Y'all, real quick. What I'm about to say might ruffle a few feathers, but I don't care. The Tyler Perry hate is so forced, and I'm just realizing that it's upon my black community because every time I turn around, a black person is throwing shade or hate towards Tyler Perry, and I just don't understand why. A successful black man constantly providing opportunities to our people, and it's just like, did I miss something? If y'all one of those people, comment below because maybe I missed something. And another thing, that movie Straw, that's what I'm really here for. If you haven't watched it, baby, go watch it. You're gonna need your tissue, your popcorn, maybe even a glass of wine because I cried about 4 times. But that movie was so amazing. Taraji did her thing as always. And one thing that stuck with me from the movie is when they said people don't know how expensive it is to be poor. Like, when I heard that, I was shook. If you don't know what that means, go look it up. Y'all, real.
I mean, I get it, bro. I get it. I understand. I understand. I understand. So I'm gonna get Oksana's opinion. I'm finna let her join. Come on, girl. That's not it.
Wait a
What
minute.
happened? What you say?
Well, who say?
Why you said wait a minute? What you was doing?
I was laying down, but I was like counting the seconds, and I'm like, hold on, wait a minute.
Why you was counting seconds?
Cause you said I'm gonna send a link in a second, so I went back to the message, and I'm like, did she forget about me?
I should have said a minute.
Oh, that would have made it no better.
You would have counted. It would have been less time counting. Okay. So we getting into the Tyler Perry. So I already kind of did
Yes,
like a little intro, and I showed some TikTok videos and stuff. But you actually watched the movie.
right. I just
So
got through watching reactions of people. That was crazy.
yeah. So what did you see? What did you see? Give me what you got.
Niggas is crying. They crying. Like they crying. I remember my reaction and I was like, wait, what? Like, am I hearing this right? I'm like, how is he about to explain this? Cause how? How she did already, and I just saw her in the bed and taking a bath.
So they saying the lady was going through psychosis.
Yeah, I just saw that. That's crazy. Like people that happen to people for real in real life.
Yeah. People think, yeah. Yeah. But do you think that he glorifies black women's trauma?
No, he's just telling a story.
That's
Don't
how
we
I
all have a
feel.
story to tell? everybody figure out. Everybody have ways they how do you say it? Like somebody was saying, this is just his art. Everybody show their art in the way they want to. And my thing is though, he has plenty of movies with happy endings or plenty of funny movies. Go
Mhm.
watch them if you don't like this type.
And then my thing is like art is subjective, like you said, and it's not their responsibility to make us feel a way with their art. It's they stuff.
It's it's their stuff. That's my thing. And like we keep saying, you ain't gotta watch it.
You don't have to. Just like the other day, I did not watch it. I said I don't want to be sad today, so I cut it off.
So the only reason, cause okay, I will say this though. I don't normally watch Tyler Perry movies. Like I don't. I just they just not my thing no more. You know.
Mhm.
I liked him when it was like the plays and all of that other stuff. Not saying the movies
Mhm.
aren't good. That's just not my. You know.
Mhm. And
But
that's okay.
right, that is a okay. Not
Mhm.
downplaying nothing he do. That's just not anything I watch. But I after watching these reactions, it just made me think about when we were younger, how the family would get together and
Mhm.
watch his movies. I was like, wow, this
Mhm.
is. It was a good. It was something good to see because you got the parents on the couch. They watching the movie. You got the grandparents. They watch. He really bringing people together to like
Yeah.
spend family time with each other. I have not seen it in so long. And
Right.
even with my family the other day, that's the only reason I watched it is because my mama wanted to watch the movie.
See, in
So
his last movie, he put out the Duplicity movie. I gathered the people together.
which one? What was that about?
That was on Prime. It was with like the cop had shot the black dude, the black man. You gotta
Mm.
that one's actually a good one. That one was a different type of movie for Tyler Perry, and it was actually I
This
enjoyed
one
it.
was a different type of movie, and that's another thing. I mean, it showed black women trauma, but the storyline was nothing like he's ever done before.
Exactly.
It was a lot of
So
shit though. It was a lot of stuff. It was like bam, 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 bam.
that's what I was looking at. I don't know if you know Funky Dineva, but he
Yeah.
was doing a review and he was just like it was not realistic. And people in his comments was like, "But you just don't understand. Like people really be like we really be going through it." Da, 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 da,
Okay,
da, da.
so what man, Luke Brian say when it I mean Luke Combs say when it rains it pours. He
Mhm.
got a song that's called When It Rains It Pours. We all have been at a point in our life where we like, damn, something else, damn
It
this.
and he said that, but he like the major stuff that was happening to her in the movie does not happen in real life.
No, for real. Okay, you get you get hit by a police officer. The
Yeah.
police officer act like he said he gonna kill you if he see you again.
Mm.
It was a lot. It was.
Oh, that's not happening in one day.
It's not. It's not. So they say his movies need to be more realistic,
Yeah, well,
or
they
he
was
was
saying
doing too
like
much.
that was just not realistic. Like, and you can tell that it was made in 4 days. Cause Taraji went on the Breakfast Club and she had said that that
Not
they,
you can tell it was made in 4 days. Hold up.
but she said she went on the Breakfast Club and said that they recorded all of her the whole movie, all of her parts in 4 days.
Mm.
Sometimes you could tell, and that's what he was saying. Like it's no real like character development. We don't even get to really understand what's going on. It's just bam, 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 bam.
And that's another thing I saw in the comments. The person was like, okay, everything could have happened in like 30 minutes, but they was like, he should have shown her, like, overcoming the situation or, just, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it can be a part two.
It can be. I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, want to be a part two?
I don't. I didn't watch part one.
Oh.
It's okay.
So
I
you're
think
not
I'm gonna
going to
go.
ever watch it?
I'm gonna go back and watch it. It was just that
I,
day when I
I
tried to put
think
it on. It wasn't the day.
it was too much. It was going to be too much for
Once
you.
I saw her sweating, I said,
Hey,
"Yeah,
Tia said
mm-mm.
I gotta cut it out. That was
I'm gonna cut
funny.
this off. I'm gonna cut this
It
off."
was a lot.
But I do like I was telling Josh, I was like, people don't understand the concept of like a niche, like what you're good at or what you choose to focus on. People do that. Like we don't critique like these people that do horror films. It's full companies that do just horror films. We not bashing them. All y'all talk about is killing, killing. That's what the fuck they
That's what
do.
they do. But it's our people, bro. It is our people, bro. And that's the problem. Like they find a problem with any and everything. Any and everything. And you could have just not watched
Yeah.
it.
I can
You could
understand.
just
I
not
can
watch it.
understand wanting to see more. I can
But you
understand.
can go to another.
You could go to somebody else.
You can just not watch his stuff.
Yeah.
They'll get it. They'll get it one day.
One
Hopefully.
day.
Hopefully,
Hopefully.
hopefully. But I want to revisit this after you watch it.
Why? Like you think why? What I mean,
I just want to hear I want to hear your opinions about it. I
I'm gonna
mean, you
watch it
just
this
going off of what
weekend.
everybody's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to, see what you got to say. That
I'm gonna
yeah.
watch it this weekend. I'm gonna sit down and watch it to see what I think. It's just and did he have to make her so sweaty? That's my only critique.
I feel like that's your problem with the
That's my only critique. But I ain't gotta watch it, like we
it
said.
was hot.
How hot?
And
Was this the
it
middle
was
of the summer?
raining too. Are you thinking about the scene where it was raining?
The whole the picture from the trailer, she looks sweaty.
Not only
The
that, wait,
picture.
they was also talking about Tiana Taylor too.
What they say about her? I didn't really see too much about her. They said I saw that she looked like a drag queen.
For what? Michael Jackson. For what?
She did?
It was the hairstyle. You remember that? I got a picture of me where I feel like I look like Michael Jackson because it's the buzz down with the. Not to me. It was the hairstyle she had.
Hold on, let's see. We gotta see. Hold on. Is this
Yeah.
it? Hold on. Let me share. Wait. Which is it
Yeah.
this?
Yeah. But Michael Jackson wore his hair like that, and that's why they saying that. I mean, I looked at myself before and said I look like. So but I'm just saying, like they always have something, pretty much
Very
something,
much
very much
something
something
to
to
say.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's our people, man. I love this setup though. You
You do?
add more. Those lights above the picture. We gotta get some black girls in there.
Some
Um,
what? Black girl? Yeah, we
black
do.
girls.
Yeah. This is what you gave me.
I know we gonna I will get some more.
I tried to do the light, with my name and stuff, but it's just too bright. It's way too bright. And it doesn't have a dimmer.
Yeah, it's okay. Just gonna
Or
cut
the
it off right.
dimmer's the dimmer's
'Cause,
not working. I'll say that.
yeah, that hurt my eyes, and I ain't even in the room.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much.
Um, but yeah, this is good. This is cool. Thanks for having me.
Okay, thanks for joining. I'm probably
Yes,
gonna
ma'am.
FaceTime you when I'm finished, when I wrap it up.
Alrighty, girl.
All right, bye.
Okay, wait. Okay, yeah,
What?
FaceTime me.
I'm a FaceTime. Hey, get off.
Okay. Oh, how do I, what I do? I just exit.
I
Oh,
guess so. I don't
because
know.
I'm not on the app. I'm on like, okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, wait. I pressed leave, but it zoomed in.
There you go. All right. So, thanks to my girl Oksana for joining to talk about straw. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna come back after I actually watch the movie. I just kind of wanted to talk about Tyler Perry. I love Tyler Perry. I think he's doing great. I think he gives a lot of people a lot of opportunities. He's paid a lot of people a lot of money. A lot of people have said they're getting paid more money with Tyler Perry than they've ever made in their careers. And I think he's been a huge blessing to people. Um, so I wasn't understanding the hate. But anyway, let me know what y'all think Okay. I'm trying to get back on my creative tip. Okay. And put down more videos, more reviews. I want to get back to what I set out to do with this segment. Um, yeah. If you are in the Houston area, please go to Cup of Conversation. Me and Oksana got an opportunity to be a part of their live show. Um, Cup of Conversation live show for the culture. So go to Cup of Conversation on Instagram and get your tickets for the live show. I think it's going to be really great, really funny, and some good conversation. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, y'all. Bye.
Good day in my mind, safe to take a step out. Get some air now, let your edge out. To some iceberg, you'll be heavy in my mind. Can you get the heck out? I need rest now.